Yeah, thanks for all your help.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks.
No problem.
Are you packing? All right. Just want to make sure, knowing some of these guys down here. I hope you run an extra round too.
That way.
Spin it to that left?
Yep, you left.
There you go. How far do we?
Keep going till that dishwasher right inside there.
Where?
You'll see where it comes up, yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yep, and when it gets level there, don't go too far, bend it back this way a little bit.
Listen to you.
There you
Don't
go.
go too far down.
Yeah, because it'll stick on the top of it. See what I mean? Not pull it too,
All right.
you gotta be able to pull it now.
All right, I did this one
Pull
other
that
time.
handle there.
Yeah, I
There
did
you
this
go.
once. What do you think? My first bank vault?
Right.
We did this in my
Watch
first
your,
day.
watch your foot, Treasury.
This actually weighs 16 tons, right?
Yep.
How do you know?
We waited this morning.
All righty. All right, I know I take this down.
Be careful.
Yeah, it's heavy too.
Watch your toes.
All right, yep, I've been through this. This ain't my first. All right. Is there anything in there?
Yes.
All right, just go.
Okay.
So when they come in, how are they going to do this?
We're going to go to the
Shirley?
Go to the left. Yeah, I got it.
What's this thing?
That's fire extinguisher system. Whatever was to catch fire. Sucks all the air out of here. All the oxygen out of here. Right. We don't want that to go off.
So behave yourselves.
Then they'll walk
Okay.
around here and they'll look behind.
People can come up here to the second floor, outside where the bank used to be, room 203, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily, July 11th through the 15th. And individuals don't necessarily need to sign up, but if it's a group of 10 or more, we do encourage you to call the State Treasurer's office at 782-2211 to sign up.
Okay. How thick are these walls?
Oh, that's a good question.
Okay, can you give me the answer? You need it right now.
Well, you try.
Okay.
Get a ruler.
These are actually items, some sample items that are out of unclaimed safe deposit boxes that come from the banks. And we inventory, we keep track of who they belong to. They're all tagged and numbered and kept into the vault here, different locations. And we know exactly where to find the item if somebody was to claim it. We go right to the safe or the cabinet. We know exactly where the item is and who it belongs to. So these are just a kind of a sampling of some of this stuff.
State Capitol, 1876. There was another vault. Don't know where it is. We're going to look for it.
Nobody really knows, and there's no real record on hand that says what happened to it. Some people think that when they remodeled that room, maybe they just built it into the walls so they didn't have to deal with removing it, because it's a huge vault that would take a lot to remove it. But some think that maybe it was removed because they never saw it. So I don't know. There's a lot of vaults around the Capitol that were used back in the 1800s or the late 1800s, just by various departments. For example, there's a vault that is used for lawmakers to meet in behind the Senate exec room here on the second floor.
1999 is when unclaimed property
Right.
started to use it. Prior to that, it was used for other purposes.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Okay. And it's not open to the public. By invitation this week, it is.
Right.
We see documents and stuff from the 1800s,
Yeah.
coins from the 1800s. There's not
I would
much.
say there's
not
coins.
More coins than anything, but
That would be the oldest.
you'll get a warranty deed that was dated 1853
Oh, yeah.
or something.
Yeah. We keep them.
But a lot of old coins, tons of old coins.
Yeah.
In my research of the vault and just kind of how it's existed through the years, we learned that in 1883 there was a robbery that occurred within the Treasurer's vault. They didn't steal much money. I mean, if we look at it today, it was $15,000, but back then in 1883, that was a lot of money. And it kind of, what happened that day was, it was just a busy day. From what I understand from an Illinois State Journal article back in the day, from what I understand is these people were coming in for tours. They wanted to see the Capitol. It was just a really busy day, and the Treasury Department had some money laying outside of the vault, not locked, like it was probably supposed to be locked. And these people were kind of posing as tourists, taking a lot of interest in the architecture of the room, and they were asking a lot of questions, and somehow they walked away with $15,000. Yeah. The treasurer at the time was John Smith, and once he collected enough evidence, he went to Canada to actually track down the suspect in it, and it was a guy named Papes. That was his nickname. His name was actually James L. Kern. And what he said when he confessed was that so many newspapers had printed information about the Treasury. It kind of gave away details and screamed that they should just come take the money.
Well, tell me what is auctioned and what's not.
Anything sellable, really, like your baseball cards, comic books, jewelry, coins, things
All
like
right.
that. The
What's
person
not
typically has
sellable?
wills.
Oh, I
those
see.
photos
Yeah.
down there. Those
Yeah,
photos
like these
down there.
stocks,
Got it.
photos.
Those
Okay.
will stay here forever.
Okay, now I
Until
understand.
somebody claims it. It will stay
Baptism
here absolutely
certificates,
forever.
things like that.
Okay, I understand the difference. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, how old are those nightsticks?
Oh, those are from when there was actually money in the vault. There was a state treasurer security, like police staff, and these are their badges. We found like the bag with all their clubs and the patches. But once there wasn't, a great deal of money and bonds and securities in the vault, it was no longer needed.
We know by name who those were heirs or estate or personally who they belong to.
Yes.
Okay, so they're inventoried,
Yep.
and they then will be able to go upstairs, or having done it on the way down, or go upstairs and be able to look for their name, or if they find a family member's name. And this is a Bobby Lane baseball card that was in, there's some asset, property, that their name is tied to, but they don't know what it is.
Right. Correct.
Okay, they then go fill out a form. We then process it, go back to what the inventory was, and try to identify if this is that right person by social security numbers,
Right. Birth certificate.
estates, birth certificate, whatever it takes. Okay, so all of this, and again, I'm saying this, I want to be sure we highlight this to people when we give the tours. This is not the property of the state.
Right.
This is, we are the caretakers of this property. It is still owned by the rightful and original owner. Our job is just to caretake and to try to find them, to put it back to them. Okay, we hold tangible property for 5 years before.
So we'll have to ban it for 5 years at the bank.
Five
and-
Right. By the time we
Say
ever
it
auction
again? No. I don't mean the bank turn it over to us.
To
I'm
us?
talking about how long do we hold this before we
At least 3 years. We
Three,
usually
not
do
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually 3.
Okay, before any baseball cards are auctioned, if it's after 3 years, I want to know about the sign off on it. Because those are, with all respect to jewelry and gold, those are personals. Okay? So I want to sign off before we do any auctions.
On
So,
baseball cards.
baseball cards. Yeah, I mean, I can envision the kid that had that, it was his grandpa's or great-grandpa's, and found out that 3 years went and it went out on auction. A piece of jewelry is valuable in this, but that's intangible. This is an emotional.
Sure.
All right, anything else you're going to tell me as a tourist or as a
No.
first time having been down here? What would you tell the public as we get ready to walk out and go upstairs?
Have a wonderful day, and thank you for visiting the State Capitol Mall.
Thank you.
Better yet.
To make sure and keep track of their families' safe deposit boxes. That's why I always tell everybody, because if you
Right.
need to make sure if your mom has a safe deposit box,
Right.
make sure you know.
Yeah, no, it's a good point.
Because families don't keep in contact.
My father
Seriously.
actually has a safe deposit box. He passed away 21 years ago, and to this day, I've never opened it. But I know it's there, and my mom knows it's there. So I
Yes.
agree with you.
Because we don't want this to happen. We don't want to get the items.
Right.
The families need to
Good.
keep track of it.
People can just stop by and check it out and get their picture taken by the vault door, and we can try to open that 16-ton door.